Hello, Mr. G. I made this grade check form, so hopefully it's easier for you guys to enter your grades. Today is the first day you're going to be entering your grades. You're going to be doing this every Thursday. Hopefully in math, you have a great grade. You have an A. ELA, very important, but not quite as important as math, so maybe there you have a B. In science, you have a B. In history, also very important, you have an A. In PE, maybe you never run or dress out, so unfortunately you have an F. Your elective grade, that's, maybe your music class or your art class or your dance class. Maybe that one you have a C. Most of you don't have a zero period, but if you do have a zero period, you will enter it here. And then you can go back, and then to the right of each grade column is the missing assignments. So if you have an A, you probably have 0 missing assignments. If you have a B, maybe you have 1 missing assignment. So I'll put 1 there. I'll put 1 there. In history, you have 0. That's why you have an A. In PE, you have a bunch of missing assignments. Unfortunately, we're in the second week, and somehow you have 4 missing assignments. In this one, you have 2 missing assignments. So you put all your missing assignments there, and as you can see, they've automatically been tallied up by a sum formula that's part of this spreadsheet. So now all those grades add up, all those missing assignments add up, so they add up to 8. And you can check this yourself. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 4 is 6, plus 2 is 8. Okay, it's working fine. And you're going to do that every week on Thursdays, and you'll be putting in your grades. Some might improve, some might get worse, some might stay the same. Hopefully you improve the F grade, and you'll be putting in your grades there. And hopefully the number of missing assignments goes down. So maybe this one will become a 0. This one actually got worse, so maybe now you have 2. This one will keep at 0. This one will bring it down to 2. And we'll put this one at 0. And then if you scroll down, you'll see that the total weekly assignments, that's going to chart your missing assignments over time. So we started with 8 the first week, and now we're down to 4. And then next week, technically, we've entered 0 data, so it goes back down to 0. And that's it. That's all you have to know about this. There is one more graph that goes here that enters, that calculates your GPA. But you would have to calculate it yourself. I did some research, and it turns out Aries doesn't display your running current GPA, so you would have to calculate that yourself from these grades. You can do that by using this key. An A is a 4, a B is a 3, and so on. Add those up, and then divide by the total number of grades, and then you can get your total GPA that way. And then you could enter it here, for example, and we'll probably do a more in-depth video about how to do that in the future. But this is probably like a 3.0 with that F, maybe even a little bit lower. And then this would be like an improved one, maybe like a 3.25. And then you would see your GPA over time. But you would have to do this calculation yourself based on your letter grades, because Aries doesn't display your current GPA, as to my knowledge. So thank you guys for listening to the video, and go ahead and enter your grades now.